Dear friends, welcome again for this week's video. Today we are gonna have a look on the app Mightier Amp by Tuntori version 0.9.12, and in particular I would like to show you an in-depth demo of the JamTracks tab that has been recently reviewed by our friend. So let's meet in a couple of seconds. Okay, as I was telling you, we are gonna have a look at the characteristics of version 0.9.12 of Mightier Amp app. At the moment of this recording, the app is not yet available in the Google Play Store because I was authorized by Tuntori to have an overview of the beta version in order to prepare also this video and to make some verification of the functionalities. But at the time when this video will become public, you should be able to find it in the Google Play Store. Too bad, as usual, this app is only available for Android users. But the good news is that a recent update from Tuntori seems to make the iOS version closer. So stay tuned. I'm confident that Tuntori will update us very soon with some workaround to use the iOS version. At least we hope so, because this app has a lot of things to add to the official one. In particular, this release, version 0.9.12, makes two important improvements. One is the addition of the support to the tuner that has been recently updated, added by NUX into the firmware of Mighty Plug Pro and NUX Mighty Space. Of course, this is not valid for NUX Mighty Air, as I have, or NUX Mighty Plug MP2, because those ones cannot be configured in hardware, I mean, to have a tuner, so this possibility is not possible. The support for the tuner was already available in the official app a couple of weeks ago, but Tuntori was able to support it also in his unofficial app that is, frankly speaking, my pick whenever I need to use a NUX device, because the functionalities added are a lot. There is also a small update in the JamTracks session, so the tab we will be looking at today. In particular, Tuntori found a way to dramatically improve the loading speed of songs when we will be editing them. So stay tuned, because I will explain you in a moment what is the meaning of this. Consider that the JamTracks tab you will be looking is working with any device supported by Mightier Amp. So Mighty Air, Mighty Plug, MP2, MP Pro, Mighty Space. So what you will see is valid for all the devices supported by this app. So don't worry about what you have. I will be using a NUX Mighty Air because this is my favorite device, but it's not the only option. And also in addition, these functionalities are already available in Mightier Amp 0.9.10, because in that one it was reviewed completely, the JamTracks tab with the functionalities I will be showing you. This version of the app, so if in case you still don't have the most recent version, you should be able to find out these functionalities nevertheless. The only point is that the loading speed will be slower, as we mentioned a moment ago. And so, without wasting your time some more, let's open the app. So let me show you the screen on my smartphone. Let's open Mightier Amp. Now make sure, okay, it is connecting to the NUX Mighty Air. In the settings, yes, it is connecting. Then press JamTracks tab, so the second from the right here, and you will find the JamTracks session. In this one, you will see that there are two important tabs. One is Setlist, the second one is Tracks. I will now clean up everything so that I can show you the process from scratch. So let me remove everything. Just a moment. Okay. And by the way, this way you can see how to remove things. The tab Setlist is supposed to be used for creating groups of songs that you want to group together. For example, for a practice section or something like that. If you have, for example, a list of songs that you want to practice over and over and you want to have them already listed, you can group them here. You can also repeat the same song in different groups. But of course, as the app is warning you, add some track first. I didn't add any track within the app. So the first step we need to do is to add the tracks to the list of the app. So press the track button. You see it lists no tracks because you have been seeing me deleting them all. How are the app the songs added? You need to have some tracks, some music songs, some backing tracks. You can find them in different sources. It's not the purpose of this video to show you where to find them. Let's suppose that you already have a couple of them. You just need to have them on your smartphone. So you need to have them here locally within the file system of your smartphone. And you can add it to the list of the app. They are not added automatically because not to make a mess. So you can list only what you want. The point is, you may ask, what are the type of files that it is possible to upload? The formats supported are the most common one: MP3, OGG. AOS is supported as well, FLAC is supported. In particular, if you want some details, it is possible to have a look at that in the official Mightier Amp. If I go in the official app, pressing the icon, so I'm opening the Mightier Amp official app. Now it is connecting to the... Okay, just a moment, it's getting... If I press the JamTracks section here, and I press the I button here, you see that there is a list of supported file types: MP3, M4A, FLAC, AAC, and so on. Also, these type of files are supported by the Mightier Amp app, so you can use whichever you prefer. So let's return to the Mightier Amp app for a moment. Give me a second. That's okay. It's connected. Okay, so this way we can have a look. So, by the way, you can try. So if you want to save in your system an additional format, you can try if it is read it. Otherwise, you will need to convert it with the converter. There are some programs online or whatever that you can use for that. So let's have a look on how to add songs to the list here. You need to press the plus button, and you will be welcomed by two buttons. Okay, so two buttons, as I said. One is Media Library. The second one is File Browser. If you press Media Library, and you should be welcomed by the update of this one. Okay, sorry, there was the... just be patient, there are some slowdowns because the screen of my smartphone is trying to steal my mouse, so sometimes it's not working. Anyway, if I look, as I said, in media, if I press Media Library, as I did at the moment, so plus Media Library, you will be welcomed by the full list of songs that the phone found in your file system. It is the usual system built in Android that looks for any song available in your system. What is the matter of this? They are grouped, as you see, by, or at least the system tried to group them by artist, by singer. But of course, the problem is that it depends on the MP3 or anyway meta tags that have been associated to the file. If they are not up to date, and frankly speaking, I'm not editing them, so I really have a mess in my system. They are never wrong. They are never correct. I find a lot of songs under unknown artists. So I don't really like this system. But if you like it and you find it useful, it's available. I highly prefer using File Browser because this way I have full control, because it can browse all the... This is the official, the default app for browsing files built in my smartphone. In your one, it will be different according to what you will be using for that, what you're using normally. I'm confident that you're familiar with the use of this apps to search for files. Here you see this is my folder music within my system, and here I have some song. So to add one, I just need to select it, and it is listed. Let's add another couple of files, for example this one, and then the one I will be using because I don't want to receive a copyright strike, so I cannot play copyright covered copyright protected songs here, even if I am in the fair use for sure. So I prefer to use to show you an example, to use this song American Idol that is provided by Google to be used freely within YouTube videos. So give me a second. Oh, sorry. Google Assistant is too supportive. Okay, as I said, this way we can add the songs to our list. When they have been added to the list, it is possible to create the set list. So if I select the set list, you see there is an automatic one that is created by the app first place, that is all tracks. It lists the full list of tracks we just had in the other tab. Then local is an example that is created again automatically by the app, but you can add whatever list you want, whatever group you want. Pressing the plus, you can name them. For example, let's create test 1, create it, and then pressing it, you can add with the plus the songs you want. This is the full list, for example, Shape of You, and also this one, okay? Then I can create another one, for example, and let's use it as demo for today. And in this one, I will add the song I will be using for the configuration. And you see, it's very practical how it works, because this way you have the full support of the grouping of songs, so you can create your own list and have them ready for practice and so on. Okay, now what we will be doing is have a look at our device. So let me turn it on again. You see that from the app, as usual, I can change the pre-selection. I'm showing you this because I would like to show you a very interesting possibility. Of course, I can play the song directly. So if I just touch it here, you can hear it. Okay, it is played by NUX Mightier because it is used as a speaker. So let me stop it. Okay, for the moment, I will decrease the volume because this way I can speak over it. If I press play, here I have a lot of functionalities available. If I press this one, you see, I pressed simply the song here. And I have a list of functionalities like a player. I can pause, I can play, I can go forward 5 seconds, backward 5 seconds. With this one, I can go to the next song. Of course, in this set list, I have only one song, so you will not see it changing. To show you this, let me add another song. This way, it's easier to make you see. If I press play, go and it goes to the next song. Of course, I'm returning to the previous one. That is this one. Okay. Then there is possibility to loop. If you want to practice a specific section of a song, so if you want to practice a specific section of the song, you just need to select where to make the loop. I press this and it asks me, what is the point A, so the start of the loop, for example here. And if I want to press this, you see, it's looping like this. This one, let's put the B. Okay, let me try and wait for something longer. Put the B here, you see. The green box means the loop I'm performing. The song will continue rolling into this section. When it reaches the end, it loops again from the beginning. See, just a moment, you will see that, and that's done. and of course I can remove it. It is also possible to select auto advance. So let me pause because to me the volume is very high, so I'm not sure that you can hear me speaking. Anyway, let me explain the meaning of the other buttons. Auto advance, this one, this toggle, is very simple. If in one of your lists you have, for example, 3 songs, when the system reaches the end of the first song, if this one is selected, we'll go to the next one. So let me show you. Let's go close to the end. Let's press it, and you will see that when it reaches the end, it goes to the next song automatically. You see, it did it. So let me pause and go back again to the previous song, this one. Okay, then also you can change many situations. You can change the speed and make it slower, or you can make it faster. If you want to practice, this for practice is very helpful. You can also change the pitch, so the intonation. This way, you can make it higher or lower. If you need to tune it, for example, to a specific tone because you want to sing or something like that. So it's very practical. It's a lot of functionalities available. There is also one last option that you can find interesting. That is the amp volume. So let me take for a moment my guitar. This way I can show you easier this possibility. So let me connect it to the NUX Mighty Air. Just a moment, just be patient. Okay, you should hear it if it is ready. Yes, it is. Okay, let me increase the volume. This way you can. Okay, now it's available. Let me take a plectro. Okay, so if you. The amp volume is the amp of the guitar. I'm confident you can hear the difference. So it is very helpful because you can select the volume of your backing track using the volume of the smartphone if it is played through Bluetooth, like in my case. But also you can level your guitar in order to make it suitable for not covering too much, depending on what you want. If you want it's to mix correctly the volumes of the two systems. So it's very practical. Let me put down again the guitar for a moment. Then I will be showing you another demo. So this part was very interesting. And this is the standard use of the backing track. So you just play it. You have seen how to add a song, how to play it, and you can use it to play over it. But there is another very interesting option in this system. If we go out to Setlist, press again Tracks, it's only available here. If you press on one of these songs, simply on the name of the song, you are welcomed by the song editor. This is also the subject of the change that Tuntori made. This song editor, as you have seen, now this song has been loaded in 2-3 seconds, so very quickly. In the previous version of the hub, it is working. No problem, but it takes 20-25 seconds to make it work. So it is a little slower. Okay, you can start nevertheless to work on a song, but it takes time for the system to upload it completely in the memory of the smartphone. What is the purpose of this song editor? It's very interesting. By the way, you see there are 3 dots on the bottom of the screen because there are different pages that you can use and you can scroll them. Okay, some of them set the speed, the pitch. Okay, this is a song editor. So what is the meaning, first of all? This allows you to make some changes in the song and save it with the song. So for example, if the same song you have here is used in different lists, the change you make here will be replicated everywhere. So because they are associated to the single song. For example, that specific song for you need to be played half a step higher, for example, because I don't know, the official version is tuned in He low, and you want to make it to play it in a regular tuning. You can do it. You just need to increase the tuning of the backing track by half a step. That is something you can do. You just need to go to pitch and increase by a semitone the pitch. You can also select the speed if you want to play it slowly, because I don't know, you want to make some jamming to also onto that, and that's okay. You can also enable some loops here if for practice reason you only use a section of the song. For example, you can enable the loop. You can, if you just enable the loop, simply the song will loop over and over when played. So it's simple. Otherwise, you can select loop points, the A, B points we have seen in the last section. So if you want to practice only this part, this section of the between the two lines of the song, you can do it selecting it here. And you can also ask for how many looping times. For example, I want to loop it not infinite, but I want to loop 3 times. You just need to scroll and select 3. So it's very, very powerful. I'm not showing you in detail, just test it, use it. Okay, let's turn it off, because I would like to focus in particular to the first page. This one is used for something very interesting, in my opinion. That is selecting some change events. You know, there are a lot of songs where you have, for example, a clean part, you play with an arpeggio or something like that, or strumming with your acoustic guitar or something like that. There are other sections that are covered in power chords played with a highly distorted guitar. And to make it, unless you have a pedal that you can use, there are other videos in the list where you can see how to use a pedal for this kind of activities. If you don't have it, it would be welcome to have somebody switching the preset to your plug, for example, to MP Plug Pro or to NUX Mightier. This way, you can just play your guitar and somebody else is selecting the situation. That is the purpose of this part. Because if I press play, I simply obtain the play of the song. So you see the green, the gray bar is looking the position where we at. Okay, so I can return at the beginning. And we can create events. So what we will be doing is insert events. If I press insert event, the event is change your preset. This is not selecting from the official channel of the system of the NUX Mighty device. You need to have some presets in the preset tab already saved in the preset tab of your device of your Mightier Amp, sorry, in the app. So this is the full list of the categories I have in mind. So to make you understand, let me show you. If I go to presets, this is my full list of presets available, including the original ones of the Mightier Amp, so of the NUX Mightier. So let me return here again. This one. If I press insert event, for example, I'm asked what is the selection I want to go to. So, for example, I want to switch to a distorted. I'm pressing it, and then I can position it. For example, here, you may say, okay, you selected, you see that there is a red bar, there is the 3 selected because the name of the preset was the third was on the third channel, so it is also remembered here. If you have the habit to configure correctly the presets in order to distinguish between the correct channel, the clean one, the distorted one, the crunch, this makes it also helpful visually to understand what to do. For example, after a certain moment, I want to return to the clean. So let's add another excuse me, another preset. This way I'm gonna switch to Stagement, for example. Let's press here and put it in this position. You may say, and what is the starting point when the song is changing? It is possible to edit initial parameters if you press here. And also here you can select a preset. For example, it could be a twin reverb for this time. It's not a problem, it's just to make you understand. So I have selected one event, one initial parameter, twin reverb. Then after a few seconds, it will switch to the red bar, so a distorted option. And then I will have again a switch to star lift, so another possibility. And I can go on however I like. These events can be easily moved pressing the button and dragging them, so it's very easy to configure them directly. Then also it is possible to edit them. If I press the button edit, you see, it is possible to change it, so I can change the preset for another one. And there is another option that can be interesting, that is cabinet level override. If you want, in particular, to level the volume of different presets without changing one by one, you can select the cabinet level. Of course, this is what you find in the session, in the cleans, what you find associated to IR. So is this level that you see can vary between minus 6 dB and plus 6 dB. So you cannot go from 0 to 100%. You just can move by 6 dB more up or down. So this is the possibility to level, because the purpose is not to make a huge difference, but it is to level different selection that maybe are not completely equal in your configuration. This is an easy way. If using it, you find out that when switching to one of the selection, the volume is different. You can try to level it this way. So let's return to the editor again. As you have seen, I have reopened it, and what I've done was already saved by the system. Because if I want to remove an event, I need to press delete. It is not cancelled automatically. I can also duplicate it. So where, for example, if I want to use, if I have an alternation of different presection, I can try and duplicate many of them easily, for example. So this way I can have back and forth between two selections in an easy way. If I wanted to delete one, I select it, press delete, and it is cancelled. So very, very easy. And this is, as I said, saved with the song. So if I just press it, for example, you see that I can make it play, and you hear the song. For the moment, I am in the first selection, so I'm trying to take my guitar and make it play. So I just wanted to make you feel the difference. If I play, look at the color of the button. Now it's blue, as supposed. It plays clean. When it reaches the event, it will become. You see that it switched. So if we wait another moment, it will change again. Now it's distorted. So give me a moment. Let's wait for it to pass the point. Okay, now the color changed again. And you can hear the difference. You hear the difference. Now it's clean again. So you can configure it however you like in order to prevent to change the setting according to your needs. It's very interesting also because if you try and do it, and it's saved with the song. If I go in the set list and press demo, where there is also this song, American Idol RKVC, I can select it as well. Just pressing it, it will start. And now you see that this is blue. It plays clean with the twin reverb. You see that it is now it's distorted, so it memorized the switching. It changes automatically. It doesn't import. It's not important from where you take you start the song. So sorry to make you hear. It's the volume is very high, but for well. Okay, now you know that I've been using a real guitar for this. Anyway, this is the possibility you have for that. But it is important to let you know a couple of important things that you will notice for sure when using this system. You see that I can select the amp volume of the guitar. This is the volume of the guitar. You will find out that if this is not set it at 100%, but for example it is 50%, because you want to keep the volume down and you want to reduce also the backing track volume, you will find an issue that I've been discussing with Tuntori, the author of this app. That is, at the moment of the switch for half a second, more or less, the volume will go to top, to 100%, and then return to the correct level. Why is this happening? Because this amp volume is something that has been added by Tuntori, and that you can find, for example, also in the editor tab with the table with the label that is on the back on the bottom, and can select the main volume of all the presets altogether. The problem is, to obtain this result, Tuntori needed to make this setting after the selection of the presets. So what is happening? First, the system change the preset, then apply the volume you selected. This delay sounds like a small half a second, something less, a moment where the volume is peaking for it's very annoying to my ears. And at the moment, the only solution is to keep the volume at 100% and instead reduce the volume of the amplifier in the selection, in the preset you are using. So you need to somehow level them before that, or you can use the level override we have been seeing in the editing of the song. So I just wanted to warn you about this, because it sounds really annoying the first time that you face this problem. But of course, it is something that we need to live with, because it's a limitation about the hardware, because it's not possible with the app there is not a real main volume in the NUX Mightier and Mighty plug, and this is the only solution that Tuntori could provide. But frankly speaking, I would like to keep it like that, and for JamTracks we can use other system, and if we need to make them correct, we need to level manually some things. That is frankly speaking, exactly what is happening in the official app, so it is not a big deal in the end. So, okay, I hope you liked this overview about this JamTrack page tab as configured by Tuntori. It's very powerful, much better than what you can find in the official app. The official app has some backing track preloaded, but in my opinion, they are suboptimal. So this one is definitely better, but in any case you can use both of them. It's not you're not forced to use only one or only the other one, so you can find the best combination for you. To me, for example, it's much better to use a pedal to change a preset at the moment without setting events within the songs. But this possibility is very welcome. It's interesting because you can spend some time to configure the event in the correct way, but then it's ready whenever you like it. So, for example, if there are 5 or 6 songs that you only always play on to make your practice, your exercises, you can configure them and have them ready right away in a blink of an eye. So it's very interesting in my opinion. So I hope you liked it. Again, if you found this video useful, just let me know, give me a comment, leave me a like if you want, and if you want to be updated about new videos I will publish, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I will really appreciate that one, and any comment, also negative one, because any feedback is welcome for me to find out what I can improve, what I can explain better. So in the meantime, I would like to wish you a very good week. Bye bye to everybody.